place it is where the round part of the key, right here in between those two sections, that's the part that you want contacting the edge of the table. Now, when you step back a little bit, the key will obviously, here I'll pull it like this, the key will start to move and it'll spin. You then tell them, wait, but that wasn't your card. They'll say, no. Well, the key can also do a little extra magic, and that's the move. So right here, we're going to disengage the key. I'm going to spin it towards myself, just like before. And in one motion, I'll then use the key to flip their card over and place it right on top. So once again, that little motion there, the key will have flipped over. It's there. You'll bring it in towards yourself. Once it gets to the 6 o'clock, you'll start spinning it down to flip the card. And there you go. You may notice that when you have the key on top of the card on the table, trying to move it with your invisible thread, it might slide. Here, let me pull it. See, it might slide before it actually starts spinning. The reason that's happening is because the card has no friction on the key. So then instead of rotating, because there's friction in your hand or in the table, instead of rotating, it just spins like this. Here, let's check it out. And then it'll do the move, right? So if it falls like it did there, all you have to do is just go with the flow. Think about it. The key moved on its own, and it fell without you coming near it or touching it. So there's one little extra idea for you that you can use with having the key move on the table using invisible thread. Now, let's say that for some reason you like the whole idea with the cards, but you don't want to use the key flipping here, but you still want to use invisible thread. Well, here's another idea for you. Let's say you do the whole entire thing where the key reacts to their selection. For the second phase, where we do the key spinning on the table, instead of doing that, we're in the same exact position. Instead of doing a double lift and placing it down and blah, 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 what we'll do is their selection will be on top. Let's say in this case, it's the Queen of Diamonds. So this is their selection. Because we have already controlled it to the top, we're going to place it to the side here like this, because we're going to create a clock. So we're going to create a clock. And all you have to do is know where you place that card. Now, I like placing the card, their selection, I'll put it face up so you can see it, right next to where I'm going to place the deck. Okay? So I place the deck here, take the key, load it just like we do in the bigger opening, as we've been doing this whole time. We'll place it in the middle of our clock or circle, and then it's the same thing. The key will move on its own to find the selection. So once you step back, you don't have to do anything. The string is running right now from the back of my ear all the way down to that big opening under the key, and then it goes underneath the deck. So that's our situation. That's where we're at right now. It's going from here, under the key, through the bigger hole, up here to the back of my ear. Now, when we move back, the key will start to move, and it will also spin. Now, you want to stop spinning when the key is pointing their card. One thing you can say is when the card is here, you tell them, well, if the key doesn't move, then it means that has to be your card. If that's your card, then the key will start spinning, and it'll, oh look, it's moving. Okay, so it's looking for your card. Oh, it's going the other way. Okay. And then you kind of get into it like that. Once it stops, like there it touched it, so that's perfect. Now, you stop there, so you get a little closer, so the key doesn't move anymore. You have a few options. You can show these and say, now look, these are not your card. These are not it. What was your card? And then you can show it. Obviously,